Your soulmate is about to do something crazy because of your silence. Don't scroll, listen to this, because the moment your eyes hit these words, something in your spirit reacted, almost like your intuition whispered, "This is the message meant for you." And your heart needs this right now, so stay with me, breathe for a moment, and let this sink into your spirit like warm light, because what I'm about to say is going to connect every scattered feeling you've been carrying in silence. You've been quiet lately in a way your soulmate didn't expect, and even though you think they aren't paying attention, trust me, they feel it. They feel the shift. They feel the distance. They feel the silence echoing louder than your words ever did, and it's driving them into a kind of emotional panic they can't explain to anyone, not even themselves. Listen to this, because your heart needs this right now. This silence of yours isn't just silence to them, it's a mirror. A mirror that's showing them the parts of themselves they tried to hide, the parts they tried to ignore, the parts they thought they could outrun. And now? They can't. Not anymore. Don't scroll, because the universe has been pushing them, nudging them, sending them signs they can't shake off. They've been seeing repeating numbers, 111 when they wake up, 222 on receipts, 444 on clocks, 555 exactly when their thoughts drift back to you. And even if they pretend they don't believe in signs, their spirit does. Something inside them knows these synchronicities are showing up for a reason. And your heart needs to hear this next part. They've been dreaming about you, thinking about you at random moments, feeling emotional waves they can't explain, wondering why everything reminds them of you, and asking themselves why your silence hits harder than any goodbye they've ever experienced in their life. Listen to this, don't scroll. Because this message is for you. Your soulmate is overwhelmed, not because they don't care, but because they care too much and don't know what to do with it. Your silence woke something up in them, something raw, something deep, something spiritual. It shook the walls around their heart, cracked open defenses they've been building for years, and forced them into a place they can't escape from, confrontation with their true feelings for you. And right now, they feel like they're losing control. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They're acting strange, restless, impulsive, emotional, because your absence has created a storm inside them, a storm they can't calm, a storm they didn't expect, a storm that's telling them, you're about to lose something you're not ready to lose. And that realization is making them think about doing something wild, bold, unexpected, something completely out of character, because the silence you chose is forcing them to make a choice they've been avoiding, to step up or step out. Listen, this message is for you. You've been wondering if they even care, if they even notice, if your absence even matters to them, and the universe is whispering, yes. Yes, they do. More than you know. They feel your silence in their bones, in their spirit, in their heartbeat. They feel the emptiness where your presence used to be. And they've been talking about you, maybe not out loud, maybe not to the people around them, but in their mind, in conversations they rehearse but never send, in the thoughts that hit them when the world finally quiets down. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Their soul has reached a breaking point. They're questioning everything. Why they held back, why they didn't tell you the truth sooner, why they thought distance would protect them from their own feelings, why they chose fear over connection, why they didn't see your worth sooner. Listen, because this part matters. Your silence didn't push them away, it pushed them inward. It forced them to confront the emotional truth they've been running from. And the universe is moving through that crack in their spirit, guiding them to a moment of awakening they can't avoid anymore. Don't scroll, because what I'm about to say might feel like confirmation of everything you've been sensing in your gut. Your soulmate is about to make a move. Not a small one. Not a casual one. A big one. A bold one. I can't hold this in anymore, kind of move. They're about to message you, show up, confess something they've been holding back, or reveal a depth of emotion you never expected to hear from them. They're planning something, rehearsing something, imagining something, and it's all because your silence forced their soul to wake up. And your heart needs this truth right now. This time, they're not moving out of impulse, they're moving out of awakening. Your silence didn't break the connection, it activated it. And now? Something big is coming. Don't scroll, because your soulmate is being pulled toward you in a way they can't explain, and your silence was the key that opened the door. Don't scroll, because the intensity you've been feeling lately isn't random, and your heart needs this right now more than you realize. So stay with me and breathe into this message, because what I'm about to reveal is something your intuition has been whispering, but your mind hasn't fully understood. Your silence didn't just create distance. It created transformation. Listen, your soulmate has been spiraling quietly, internally, emotionally ever since you pulled your energy back, and they're not telling anyone the truth about how deeply your silence is affecting them. They're putting on a face, acting unbothered, pretending life is normal, but inside, their soul is unraveling. Don't scroll, this message is for you. They've been pacing rooms, checking their phone without meaning to, overthinking everything they said, everything they didn't say, everything they should have said, and heaven says their spirit is in a war with their pride right now. Your silence has become the loudest sound in their life. They can feel your absence in their chest like a weight, and the universe is using that weight to show them what they refused to see when you were still available. Your worth, your softness, your loyalty, your presence, your spiritual connection. And the more you stay silent, the more their emotions intensify, the more their soul pulls toward you with urgency, the more they feel the pressure to act before it's too late. Listen to this, don't scroll, they've been receiving signs too. The same angel numbers you've been seeing. 222 when they think about balance, 555 right as they wonder if they should make a move, 1111 at the exact moment they imagine a future with you. These signs are hitting them harder than you know. The universe is pushing them, guiding them, shaking them. And your heart needs this right now. They are reaching a breaking point. They're starting to realize that the connection between you two isn't normal, isn't casual, isn't something they can replace or run from. They feel spiritually tied to you in a way that scares them. That's why they're restless. That's why nothing feels right. That's why the things that used to distract them suddenly feel empty. Don't scroll, this part is important. Someone in their life has noticed their emotional shift and has started asking questions, questions your soulmate can't answer without exposing their heart. Someone said something like, "You're not yourself, who are you thinking about?" And your soulmate froze because they knew the answer was you. And heaven says that confrontation shook something loose inside them. It woke them up. It made them realize how deep this runs. Listen, your energy is still with them. Your silence didn't block the connection, it amplified it. It made your presence louder in their spirit. And now they're replaying every moment between you two, every smile, every conversation, every message, every time your energy felt like home. Don't scroll. Your heart needs this. They've been imagining scenarios, what would happen if they reached out, what they would say, how you would react, what silence from you would mean. They're afraid of the answer, but even more afraid of never trying. They've been scrolling through old messages, looking at photos, remembering things you said that they didn't take seriously at the time but now hit them like prophecy. They're realizing you were right about things, that your intuition was sharp, that your presence was healing. And heaven is saying, your silence is teaching them the lesson they refused to learn when your voice was still available. Don't scroll, because the universe is moving pieces around in their life right now, removing distractions, exposing fake connections, dissolving illusions, and your soulmate is feeling that shift deeply. They're losing patience with themselves. They're losing tolerance for behaviors they once accepted. They're losing the ability to pretend. And all of it traces back to your silence. Listen, your heart needs this. They are getting ready to take action, but not the kind you expect. This is not a small text, a casual reach out, or a simple, hey. This is an emotional surrender moment. A confession moment. A breakthrough moment. Something they've been bottling up for so long that your silence finally cracked it open. And heaven says they are about to choose vulnerability over fear, truth over pride, connection over distance. Don't scroll, because this is the part that hits your soul. The universe isn't asking you to chase them or rescue them. The universe is asking you to stay still, stay aligned, stay grounded, because your energy is drawing them in like a spiritual magnet. They feel called to you. They feel led to you. They feel pulled toward you in a way they can't intellectually deny anymore. And whether they move today, tomorrow, or in a moment when you least expect it, the energy around them is clear. They are preparing to do something big, something emotional, something unexpected, because your silence didn't push them away. It woke them up. Don't scroll, because what I'm about to reveal is something your spirit has already sensed, but you haven't had the words for, and you need to hear this exactly the way it's coming through right now. Your silence has activated something in your soulmate that even they didn't expect, something wild, something emotional, something they've been trying to hide from everyone around them, but heaven is exposing it piece by piece. Listen closely, this message is for you. They've been talking to someone. Maybe a friend, maybe a sibling, maybe someone they trust, and that person didn't sugarcoat anything. They told your soulmate the truth they needed to hear, the truth that hit them in the chest like a wake-up call, the truth that made them stop mid-sentence and rethink everything they thought they knew. Don't scroll, because your heart needs this right now. That someone said something like, "You're losing the best thing you've ever had," or, "Why are you pretending you don't care when you clearly do," or, "You can't expect them to wait forever." And your soulmate didn't know how to respond because, deep down, they knew it was true. Heaven says that moment shook them. It cracked open the denial they've been hiding behind. It exposed their fear. It forced them to face the truth they've been avoiding. That their life feels emptier without you, their days feel longer without your presence, and their heart feels heavier with every second of silence. Listen, don't scroll, because this gets deeper. Ever since that conversation, your soulmate has been in a state of emotional confusion. One moment they're angry at themselves, the next they're pacing, the next they're whispering your name under their breath without even noticing it. And heaven says their heart is literally aching. They're feeling things physically, tightness in the chest, restlessness when they lie down, sudden waves of emotion that come out of nowhere. That's the spiritual bond reacting. That's the connection you two share vibrating at full force. They've been seeing signs too, angel numbers popping up in moments they can't ignore, dreams involving you that feel too real, songs that come on at the exact moment they think about you, flashes of your face when they close their eyes. Don't scroll. This is important. They are beginning to realize that this connection is not just emotional, it's spiritual. It's soul level. It's divine. And your silence has forced them to finally face that truth. They're replaying the last conversation you two had, wondering if they missed something. They're replaying the last moment they saw you, remembering things they didn't appreciate fully at the time, your laughter, your softness, your energy, the way you made them feel safe. Listen to this. Don't scroll, your heart needs it. They've been trying to distract themselves, but nothing works. People they used to enjoy being around feel boring now. Activities they used to love feel empty. Social media doesn't help. Music doesn't help. Sleep doesn't help. Because everything in their spirit is pulling them back to you. Heaven says your silence didn't block them, it mirrored them. It reflected their own avoidance. It forced them to see the truth. That losing you is not something they can emotionally survive without consequences. Don't scroll, because the universe is working on them right now. Something unexpected is happening inside them. They're starting to envision a future with you, not just a fantasy, but a reality. They're imagining calling you, explaining everything, telling you the truth they've been holding back. They're imagining confessing the feelings they've been scared to admit even to themselves. They're imagining showing up, literally or emotionally, in a way they never have before. And heaven says they're closer to breaking their silence than you think. Listen, your energy is shifting too. You've been feeling emotional for no reason. You've been waking up with them on your mind. You've been feeling pressure in your chest, heaviness in your heart, sudden anxiety waves, or sudden calm waves, and that's because your souls are sinking again. Don't scroll. Your heart needs this message because your soulmate is preparing to do something bold, something impulsive, something driven by emotion rather than logic, something they never planned to do, but they can't hold back anymore. They're scared of losing you forever. They're scared someone else will see your worth before they finally say something. They're scared you'll move on. They're scared you'll forget them. They're scared you'll stop caring. And that fear? It's pushing them into action. Heaven says your silence has transformed them, awakened them, humbled them, broken down the walls they hid behind. And now? They're ready to do something crazy, not reckless, but emotionally raw. Something that shifts everything. Something that changes the dynamic. Something that reveals their heart. Don't scroll, because this isn't just a message. It's a spiritual confirmation. Your silence wasn't punishment. It was alignment. It was divine setup. It was the universe preparing them for the moment they finally choose you without holding back. Don't scroll, because what I'm about to say will hit your spirit so accurately that it may stop you in your tracks, and your heart needs this message with every beat it takes right now. So listen closely, breathe, and let this truth settle into you. Your soulmate is reaching a level of emotional pressure they cannot hide anymore, and the universe is using your silence, your distance, your self-respect as a mirror so they can finally see what their fear, pride, and hesitation blinded them from seeing before. They are not okay, no matter how much they pretend. They're not sleeping well. They're not thinking clearly. They're losing focus. They're losing patience. They're losing the ability to distract themselves from the truth that has been screaming in their spirit. They love you, deeply, intensely, spiritually, and your silence has exposed how fragile and unprepared they were for something this real. Don't scroll, stay with me, because this part is heavy. They've been having emotional breakdowns they aren't telling anyone about. Late-night moments when their chest feels tight because memories of you come rushing back out of nowhere. Times when they tried to talk to someone else, even casually, and the universe blocked it, conversations falling flat, connections feeling forced, nothing feeling right, because heaven is making sure they don't run from this lesson anymore, the lesson that love like yours doesn't come twice, that divine connections don't disappear just because someone got scared. Listen, your energy hasn't left them. It haunts them in the quiet moments. They can feel you when you're thinking about them. They can feel the shift when you're pulling away. They can feel the distance like a cold air hitting their chest. And they're starting to panic because they're realizing something they never wanted to admit. They thought you'd always be there. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now because heaven says they are being spiritually confronted. Their guides, their angels, their dreams, everything is hitting them at once. They're dreaming about you more often. They're waking up emotional. They're seeing your name or your birthday or your initials in random places. They're receiving signs they can't ignore anymore. And your silence? It's amplifying every sign, every message, every piece of spiritual truth. They are finally starting to understand the depth of this connection. But listen, don't scroll, because this next part is intense. The universe is putting them through a test, a mirror test. They're being shown how their behavior made you feel. They're experiencing the same uncertainty, the same doubt, the same pain, the same longing they once put you through. Heaven isn't punishing them. Heaven is awakening them. They're realizing how careless they were with your heart. They're realizing how they took your presence for granted. They're realizing how deeply they hurt you without meaning to. And that realization? It's hitting them harder than anything they've ever felt. They can't shake it off. They can't distract themselves. They can't run from it. Don't scroll, this part is important. They've been triggered emotionally by something small, maybe a song, a memory, a photo, a place you two used to talk about, and that triggered moment sent them into an emotional spiral. And now they're questioning everything. Why didn't they choose you sooner? Why didn't they open up? Why didn't they